Alright, I just got set up. Man, I got down in here and the wind is about 90 degrees off of what it was doing up there in camp. And the only thing I can figure is this branch that runs by this is channeling this wind somehow. But I got in here and had to climb a different tree than the one I was intending on going up. But I'm kind of glad of that. This tree's got a lot better cover than that other one. I'd have kind of been really exposed. But I got set up right here, and I'm not terribly high. I think if I can beat the wind, I believe I'll be high enough. If I had to guess, I'm about 17 feet. But I feel like I got pretty decent cover. When I walked underneath this tree, there's a good bit of sign since the rain, and there's an awful lot of droppings under this tree. Although I didn't see any piles that looked like they were made today, but I didn't walk all the way around it. But we're gonna get settled in, and I don't know how long we got till dark, probably 2 hours with it being overcast. But I think if we can beat the wind, I believe we might get a shot here this afternoon. I don't know how many squirrels are in here cutting acorns, but they are wearing it out. I got like 3 different trees right here that they're in. And they're killing it. A huge buck for around here. I'm glad he didn't come in here and feed under this tree since I'm bugged out. That would have been absolute torture. It's really neat to get to see those. I mean, it's kind of special. It's a blessing. Because it don't happen very often. I didn't have to shoot her again. She's down there now. I think she's taking her last right now. Oh man, it's awesome. Man, I really hate to mess this spot up. It is hot. I got to figure out what to do. I'm gonna get down and I don't know, I just have to figure it out. Alright, here she is. Man, this turned out to be an awesome hunt this afternoon. I came over in here and set up on a hot water oak that I had found last Wednesday, and it's Saturday now. And we had a lot of rain for the last couple of days, and I decided to come back over here today. It looked like that rain had moved on out. And I eased in there and thinking that the wind was doing one thing, but when I actually got down in that little bottom right there, it was blowing 90 degrees from what it was blowing up in camp. And I was a little bit concerned because I've seen deer in there in the past, and it was kind of blowing where they come from, but it was just a little bit off of that, and I thought I could get away with it. And anyway, I ended up seeing that big buck, and man, he's big for around here. And he was out there broadside at about 30 to 35 yards, I guess. I just videoed him as he went through. And it wasn't maybe 10 minutes after that at the most. I looked to my left and I caught a glimpse of movement, and there was a deer coming from that way. And I got up, got the camera rolling, and it ended up being a doe, and I saw what looked like maybe another yearling come up with her. But anyway, that doe kind of started to angle around behind me. Not terribly so, but there was a big blowdown in between me and her, and I thought she was probably gonna come straight to those trees that I was at and come around the end of that blowdown. Well, she acted like she was gonna circle around and go on the other side of that blowdown. And anyway, I was watching her through the limbs and leaves and everything, and all of a sudden I seen that head go up and her nose go up in the air, and I said, she done caught it. I could feel it. It was blowing really close to where she was at, and she stood just stock still there for probably close to a minute. I'm talking about never moving a muscle, just sitting there staring in my direction. And I knew it was over with, and next thing you know, she just turned around and started walking back the way she came from. And anyway, those two eased on off. Well, I ended up, I don't know what time, a little bit, maybe another 20 minutes after that, and I heard something crash behind me, and it ended up being a deer. He come out from behind me, and the wind had already shifted by then. And he came right up there and fed up underneath that water oak, and looked like a 4-point, really tall rack 4-point buck, as best I could tell. And anyway, he ended up leaving out of there, and it was last light. I mean, I was seriously contemplating going ahead and getting down, and or at least going ahead and start tearing my camera and all down. And I heard just the faintest little sound over there where I figured that first doe was gonna come around the end of that blowdown, and I stood there looking, and I saw a silhouette moving, and at that point she was already at probably 12, 14 yards from me when I first got to glimpse her. And it was this one, and she came right on up there, and she was head on to me inside 5 yards for probably 2 minutes. And man, I'm sitting there, and it's getting darker and darker, and eventually she just keeps coming right on up, and she gets at about 2 yards maybe, and she's just about to turn broadside, and about that time I see her smell something about like this right here. She smells it and acts a little curious, I'm thinking she might have smelled where I brushed up against that when I was coming in there. But anyway, she turned directly towards my tree and took a couple of steps, and she's at like 1 yard now, and I imagine her nose was probably within a foot of my tree. And when they're that straight down, it doesn't matter which way they're turned. You got the same shot. And I shot right past the end of the platform and shot her straight down in the top of the back right here and spined her. And she went down right there, and I got enough penetration, I didn't have to shoot her again. She was done probably within a minute. And anyway, man, I'm tickled to have gotten her. This is going to be bow kill number 185. This is traditional kill number 137, and this is number 79 for my Centaur. I'm gonna get her quartered up and in the sack, and I'm gonna march on up here to camp, and these guys are supposed to be having a big shindig tonight, and we're gonna see what they got to eat. We'll be back on them again tomorrow. I'm probably just gonna do a bunch of scouting tomorrow, try to climb on something new, but I did that again where when I spined her right there at the bottom of the tree. That place is hot, and I feel like another deer can be shot in there. So I drug her out here probably 100 yards out of this bottom, out here on a little bit of a scrub hill, and I'm gonna quarter her up right here, and I don't think this is gonna affect that spot too much. But anyway, I'm gonna break her down and get on out of here, and maybe we'll be on something hot again tomorrow afternoon.